Now, a quick one about the advantages and disadvantages, or let's say start the other way around. Disadvantages sourcing from Europe. One of the things is some of the or many of the European suppliers, they're still quite old school, old culture. You know, knowing that they have the 2, 3, 4, 5 big customers, they may not be as flexible yet as the Chinese are. In terms of service sales, trying to support you with everything, being there available for you, making sure that the product is ready, right, and easily adjusted. But at the same time, many of the European manufacturers, they're simply booked out as well. For one reason, that they're having big customers for a long time, but for a second reason as well, that they're getting an influx, a flow of new sellers coming also to Europe, and of course having more demand in production. Another one is that many of them, I mean, they simply may even be booked out until 2024 already, and this increased demand from the existing customers as well as the ones that are switching off from China over there brings a situation of first come, first serve. As well, the initial investment may be higher. What you see, of course, that the products produced in Europe may be more expensive compared to produced in China. Of course, very easy to understand if we're having higher taxes here, higher wages, higher raw material costs, and so on and so on. But very often it's not necessarily so much higher than whatever the old prices from China would be. So I think with this one we could directly switch over to say where are the advantages of sourcing in Europe, and that may as simple as be, of course, you do not have those super expensive shipping costs that currently are 15,000, 16,000. A couple months ago it was still like 19,000 for a 40 high cube. The lead times, both for production, which also in China is of course taken longer and longer, as well as the shipping, the delivery time. Right now you may have seen it that the harbors are full, that there is a crisis in front of Shanghai. Boats are parked, vessels are parked for hundreds of kilometers into the bay. But the same is as well happening in Europe currently, that some of the European harbors, they're so loaded that boats are lining up. There's a boat jam, not a traffic jam, a boat jam literally in front of the harbors. Next thing may as well, of course, be that with the still huge increase in demand of products, on top of having Beijing now going into a lockdown, Shanghai currently being in lockdown, Shenzhen just came out of a lockdown, that there's a huge list, of course, of follow-up from the suppliers in China to produce more and more. So this, of course, will also increase the lead time for production in China alone, as well as, of course, shipping plus all those costs. The other effect, of course, is that when sourcing in Europe, you have huge marketing gains. Made in Europe, made in EU, made in Germany, made in Turkey, wherever you're selling, made in the US if you're there, made in outside of China is also a thing we hear more and more as a marketing advantage as well. And once you do, of course, find the long-term cooperation and you've set up the base for producing in Europe, I mean, you've seen shorter lead times, shorter delivery times, lower costs on the production, lower costs on the shipping, maybe even equal or a little bit more expensive production in Europe may still at the same time increase the advantages over long time massively. Just take as one of the examples, what is AGL, Amazon Global Logistics, right now offering? On the base offer, on the basic request, they're directly saying 100 days for delivery. Imagine you're getting it from Europe and you can ship it or you can drive it by truck in 2 days compared to the standard of 2 months, 3 months or 4 months. So yes, there are disadvantages, but of course also lots and lots of advantages of producing in other countries. And we're very happy, of course, also to see that also other countries in the world do get the chance to produce, to make money, to grow and to develop.